Life force energy. What is it? Where does it come from? How do we get more of it? Welcome back, guys. It's Brent here from Radiate From Within Wellness. Today we're going to discuss life force energy. How is it that we aren't so aware of where it comes from and how we use it? Now, it is best described as a currency because it absolutely is. It comes and goes from us every single day through all of our interactions. Now, life force energy accumulates and is used and stored by the body. Okay, so we get it from many different ways. Let's discuss the environment first. We get it from the environment. We get it from putting our bare feet on the ground while the sun is also connected to us in the sky. There's a complete circuit there that is charging our batteries. Okay, that is one form of life force energy. And that is stored in our muscles. Muscles are the batteries. It stores that current and the body uses it. Okay, now as intricate as I can describe this, I'm going to try. It comes in different forms of voltages, different amperages, different frequencies, and there are many kinds of life force energy. Now, let's know that the base is from the earth and the sky, from the sun, that base voltage. Now, there's another kind of voltage that comes from relationships, where when you meet someone, it is more clearly evident when you are newly in love that you start to tingle and hair stands on end. You are madly in love. There is a frequency happening there, and that is a good example to learn that emotion is playing a role in this life force energy. And that kind of energy is the kind that directly responds to our telomeres, anti-aging. We become glowing. We heal very quickly when we are in love. Okay, that type of energy is usable right away, and the body will use it, and all of a sudden you will just look so much more vibrant. There'll be a light in your eyes, there'll be a glow on your face, and no one can take it from you. It is just that kind of energy. Okay, and then the regular interactions that we have with others, say just in say a work environment, where people are interacting all the time and they're helping one another and things are going well and they appreciate it. There's a shared life force energy there. It is a much weaker kind of energy, but it still exists. It exists in all relationships of all kinds. And we feel good when we help others, and we feel bad when we hurt others, usually because this life force energy is reminding you of what just happened. Now, as a currency, this life force energy is given and taken on a constant basis, depending on how we address other people. And what we know for sure is that just through our own life experiences, that when we are a dick and we hurt others, you are going to pay with your life force energy. And the more severe that those interactions are, the heavier the debt you will pay. If you are getting colds and flus all the time, you are very low on life force energy. And it is the number one cause of people getting sick all the time, because they do not have a store up of life force energy within them, because they've depleted it through their actions. There's also a way to store that up where you just don't get sick. Your body is constantly fighting. There's love in your heart. You're vibrant. You are always trying to help people and make the best of things. And you're just not catching any of these colds and flus. And it has to do with your life force energy. It is powering your immune system. It is powering your metabolism. It is powering your lymphatic system and just giving you overall energy. If you're tired all the time, if you're sick all the time, the first place to begin is life force energy. Yes, diet matters, exercise matters, but they are not even remotely close to as powerful as life force energy. And we need to know that this life force energy is playing a role in our health. It is also playing a role in our personalities. When this energy is plentiful and vibrant, we are seen differently, we act differently, and we communicate differently. There are lots of circumstances where this can be measured, it can be viewed. When you spend a certain amount of time with a lot of people and you know who they are, you know how they act, you know the things they do, if they are kind and loving and helpful, that energy about them is serving them well. If they are sneaky, underhanded, in ego, hidden arrogance, all of those things, and they reflect those to others in their everyday interactions, boy, are they going to pay. Because what happens is the depleting of that life force energy. And yes, we'll come up with every excuse in the book as to why we got sick. But the real reason is life force energy. It has always been life force energy. You can have a horrible diet and never exercise, but if you are loaded with life force energy, none of that matters. Guaranteed. Okay? Now, how can we be better, and how can we understand that every single person matters regardless? Okay? They matter because it matters that we're supposed to interact a certain way. Right? On this earth, we have two rules that supersede all rules. Respect the free will of others. Do no harm. Think about that. Those two rules cover more real estate than you can possibly imagine. Now, when we respect those two rules to our very best ability, and it is hard, it is very, very hard, we can be strategic with how we have to deal with difficult people. There are right ways and wrong ways. Okay? Now, this is a very important thing to get right. Because if you don't get it right, you will suffer. You will suffer with a lack of life force energy. And you'll look to every excuse around you as to why you are suffering from a lack of life force energy. You probably don't even know it's from a lack of life force energy. You'll think it's got something to do with your diet. You'll think it's got something to do with the lack of exercise or the fact that you're aging. And I'm going to tell you, I'm old enough to know, and I've been here long enough, and I've been paying attention. And life force energy is absolutely a thing. It's a very important thing to get a handle on. And it has to do with coming from integrity, authenticity, compassion, love, and empathy. That is the foundation of life force energy for all of us. Now, however far you are from those five things will determine your health, okay, within the body. And the older you get, the worse it's going to be for you, okay? I had to get this out. It's a very important message. And it needs to be said because there's a lot of misunderstanding about life force energy. Think about it.